Okay, so the first theme of the chapter 1 is the characteristic of the living beings. Okay, so the first characteristic, there are 8 in total. The first one is the organization, the second one is the genetic code, the third one is the response to stimuli, the fourth one is the homeostasis, the fifth one is metabolism, the sixth one is the growth, the seventh one is reproduction, and eighth and finally is the adaptation and evolution. On the first point, we're talking about organization. And what does the book refer to organization is how does everything has a special space in the universe. And for example, if we talk about the diamonds, we know that every diamond is made of carbon atoms and they are especially organized. They have an special space for it. And everything in Earth and in the universe has a special place where they have to go. And in certain way, like living beings, they are like complexly. So everything is organization, and that's awesome. Okay, then we're talking about the living beings. So in the second characteristic, we're talking about the genetic code. So what is the genetic code? Well, all living beings have a genetic code. I have a genetic code, you have a genetic code, everything that has life has one. And that's why the genetic codes have all the information that the human being is made from. So if we talk about genetic code, we're talking about DNA, we're talking about proteins, we're talking about everything that we are made of. When we are talking about respond to stimuli, we're trying to say that everyone has reflexes. So if I am in a football play or I'm playing football and a soccer ball is trying or is going to punch me, my reflexes are gonna make that I have to move. So I have to that immediately respond to stimuli. So if I am close to a fireplace, to fire, and I put my hand, I will immediately take off my hand because that's a response of my body that it wants to keep me safe. So that's a response to a stimuli. And we have everyone respond different to different things or phenomena, and that's why that's a respond and fast respond to a stimulus. When we're talking about homeostasis, that is the next characteristic. We're talking about how the cell made to the human being or everything that he is made from or we are made from, and has to be in good health. So when something is getting wrong or we are running and we are the response to that is the homeostasis, and the homeostasis take care to we to sweat because we're getting the body temperature at high level. So that's our homeostasis when the cells make a quick response to anything that is getting us hard. And for example, if it's cold, the temperature is cold, the body will get warmer because we need that temperature. That's the characteristic of the homeostasis, that is that the cell needs something or makes something to we get or being held. The next characteristic is the metabolism. When we're talking about metabolism, we we think that it's about eating, and that's right, because all living beings use energy to maintain homeostasis, that is the previous characteristic we were talking about. So in metabolism, in this case, we're talking about how does the body takes all the energy and all the nutrients that the body needs to maintain the homeostasis and the body in good health. So a metabolism, it's the procedure that the body makes to getting all the energy about the aliments or the food we're eating. That's why we have to eat to have nutrients and vitamins and to maintain our body in health condition. The next one is growth. And when we're talking about growth, we are saying that all living beings, to a greater or a larger extent, increase their size. And so, for example, if I were 1 year old, I'll be like this size. But now that I'm 15 years old and I'm growing, because that's a characteristic of a living being. And try to imagine of a tree. When we plant a tree or we plant a bean, we're seeing that through the days the bean is gonna make bigger and bigger or taller and taller, and that's why it's a living being, because that characteristic make to him to grow, and that's something we need to survive. Yes, when we talk about growth, we talk about size, and we're talking about the body to make a bigger size to survive on the environment. And finally, we're talking about adaptation and evolution. So, the world is constantly changing, because they have been pollution, and they have been, since the moment that Earth was born, it has been in constantly evolution. So if the world is in constant evolution, the living beings that live there, they are also in constant evolution and adaptation for there to the species to live and to perpetuate.